Good afternoon, everybody. Today I decided to be a little adventurous, and I'm going to try to make the Japanese cheesecake or souffle cake, as they call it. I'm going to go over the ingredients real quick, and then we'll kind of go together on the steps, and if it turns out great, yay. If not, then maybe we can figure out what I did wrong. So you're going to need boiling water, and then it's not going to be a double boiler. They said not to let the pot touch the water. We're going to put the cream cheese, a stick of cream cheese, 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and 1/4 cup of heavy cream. That's going to go in, and then you're going to add in, we're going to separate, there's 6 eggs. We're going to separate these, the egg white and the egg yolk. Once this boils down, softens and all is mixed, we're going to add in the egg yolks. Then we're going to add in our flour, a little bit of the sugar. We're going to add the sour cream. We got lemon zest, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to use lemon zest and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And then we're going to make our meringue, which is going to be egg whites and some of the sugar. And that's when we're going to add our lemon juice in. So go along with me. Hopefully this all turns out the way it looks. You also need one of these springform pans. You need parchment paper, and then you need water, something you can put water in so that you'll have the water bath, so that keeps it from, it keeps it cooking correctly and not getting dried out or anything like that. So I'm going to start this part, and I will be Okay, so while that's melting down together, you're supposed to stir this occasionally until it gets creamy. So I'm going to go ahead and separate my eggs. This is all room temperature as well. You want your eggs to be room temperature. So we're just going to do it like this. Okay, you can just do it like that if you don't have an egg separator. You just can kind of do that. And you're going to put the yolk in one, and you're going to put your egg whites in the other. So just real quick, kind of show you if you've never separated eggs before. This is just the easiest way to me. And then you put your yolk in. Oh, busted a yolk, but I didn't get it in there. All right, I'm gonna finish doing that, and then once this gets done, we'll go to the next step. So now that this is all blended together, we're going to quickly whisk in our eggs, and you want to make sure that you do this quickly so you don't cook the egg. You do not want that to start scrambling, so you need to quickly add it in here. Okay. Now I've zested my lemon, and I have put 2 tablespoons of lemon juice in here. That's going to go in the meringue. Okay. So once we get this mixed up, we're going to add our flour. And I went ahead and put my 1/4 teaspoon of salt in with my flour, and you're going to put that. I'm going to work it in. And all of this is going to be whisking. Let me get this whisk up so we can go. All right, so once you got this mixed to where there is no flour lumps, that's when you're going to add your lemon zest, your juice. Again, each time you need to make sure you whisk this. I'm going to put my sour cream in here. Now the sour cream, it did list as optional, but since I'm going for it, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to just add everything and hope for the best. Okay, so now this is mixed up. You got to add a little bit. This is a 1/2 cup of sugar. You're going to put about half of that and reserve the other half for your meringue. All right. And then my vanilla. Put 2 heaping of that. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside, and I'm gonna get my meringue just real quick so I don't run out of time. You start your meringue, when you're making meringue, you start on low, and then you go up to medium high until this is gonna have to get to white frothy. So I'm gonna get this to my meringue done, and then I'll show you what it looks like before we start folding it. Okay, once it starts getting frothy like this is when you start adding in your sugar, just a little bit at a time, okay? And then you're gonna keep mixing again until this becomes soft peaks. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes, and it says it should form soft peaks, which that's soft peaks, if you can see that. So I'm going to start folding this in. Oh. Now, for time's sake, I'm just going to do this, you know, I'm going to it says to put a little bit in at a time, and then you fold. You do not stir because you want to keep the air. You want it to be very light. So we're going to fold. You go from the bottom, and then you go up, and you just fold this in. So I'm going to get all of it folded in. You do a little bit at a time, and once I got all this folded in, then I will come back and we'll go to the next step. So now you're going to put parchment paper in here. If you crumble it up, it usually is easier. I had to use 2 pieces because I have the short stuff. Also, if you've ever used these springform pans, it's better to wrap it in aluminum foil because you're going to put it in a water bath. And these things are famous for getting water around them, so you don't want that to happen. Okay, so I got this folded in, and you are supposed to be very gentle so you don't deflate the meringue. So I didn't want to keep stirring, so I am going to pour this in here. Now the oven's at 300 degrees. Okay. Let's see. Hopefully that's not gonna. Oh, goodness. Okay. Yeah, we're good. All right. So I'm gonna put this in the water bath, and it's gonna go into the oven at 300 degrees. Okay, so 300 degrees goes in the oven for 80 to 90 minutes. So I'm going to put it for an hour and my timer, and I'm going to come back and check it, and then I'll check it every 10 minutes after that, and I'll be back. Y'all, it has been 70 minutes, and I'm kind of thinking I did it right. I just checked it. Look, as you can see, it did get poofy. It got poofy. I've got to take this and let it cool. Yep, it's done. So I am going to cool this before I take it out of the springform pan and take this stuff off. But give me a few minutes. Well, it's supposed to cool for about an hour, but you're supposed to take it out of the springform pan in about 10 minutes. So I'll do all that, and I'll show y'all what it looks like. And then once it cools completely and I can cut it, I'll show y'all, and I'll give it a taste test. It smells really good, I can say that. So hopefully it tastes as good. Okay, y'all, I took it out of the springform pan, and good thing that I wrapped that in aluminum foil, because when I took it off, there was water in between the aluminum foil and the pan. So I'm gonna let this cool a little more before I pull this back. But as you can see, it is done. It is poofy. So again, this is gonna have to cool for about an hour. So I'll be back. Y'all, it's cooled off, and after I pulled the paper off, it did not poof up as much as the other one. Now, I don't think that's a necessarily bad thing. I think what it was is I overbeat the egg whites, and when I folded them in, I kind of, it didn't get as airy as it's supposed to. So I'm gonna cut a piece, and my grandson's here, and he's gonna be my taste tester. So he'll give you. Okay, so it looks good. The texture looks good. So my grandson, Damon, is gonna try it. Go ahead.
Not good.
Is it sweet, lemony? What's the overtone?
It's like it has that little lemon in it, and the texture is really good.
Thank you. Okay, my turn. I'm gonna try it. Oh, it actually is pretty good. It's real lemony, which is perfect to me. I think it'd be good with some strawberries. Perfect. All right, y'all. If y'all have any questions, let me know. If not, enjoy, y'all.